Hello and welcome to Total Wrestling Live here at the world-famous Monster Factory. We are experiencing the fallout of back-to-school beatings featuring the Larry Sharp Memorial Cup. Wet Brett Waters defended his heavyweight title. However, his best friend Goldie, who won the cup earlier that night, turned his back on him, attacked him alongside Xander Alexander. Of course, in the same night, the god of Dad Bod and Marvelous defeated an injured Christian Rocco and Oliver to become the new MFPW Tag Team Champions. Tonight they're celebrating. The god of Dad Bod accosting our announcer.
All right, we have a celebration going on as an official introduction of your new MFPW Tag Team Champions, the god of Dad Bod and Marvelous. Take two. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, your new MFPW Tag Team Champions, Marvelous and the God of Tag.
Hold up. I said. You threw that table.
Hold on. I know why. He's not dressed for the party.
Oh, he's not dressed.
They have a small hat.
Wow! Wow! Glasses. Now you can see just who the MSPW Tag Team Champions are. What are you laughing at, chum? I'll whip that shirt off and wipe my hands with it. No, all right. What the hell you see that purple? I'll smack that smirk off your face, chum. Now say our name.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, your MFPW Tag Team Champions, Marvelous.
Wait a minute.
You know what? You
got one more chance.
No more chances. No more chances. Get out. Take that with you. We're gonna have a real man do this. Introducing your new Monster Factory Tag Team Champions. This is Marvelous and the God of Dad Bod.
Of course, neglecting to mention the fact that they had to beat up the Ollie Rock Express the night before to earn those titles.
I got you a little gift.
You got me a gift?
I got you a gift.
got me a gift?
Oh, bro.
What a tag partner.
Last couple months, honestly, you mean the world to me, man. You know what? Here.
Dude, you're a G. I'm gonna put this right here, because I'm gonna say some words as well. Because all these chumps here never gave you the respect you deserved. Never, ever. Middleweight medallion, never. When you were down on your slumpus, I was there. When you hit me with that staff, I was there. You stabbed me in the front, these people would stab me in the back. That's why I give you this gift from the bottom of my gut.
Thank you, man. Let's open them up, huh?
Let's open them. Look at this.
You have to be
Look
joking.
at this. You can see the joy and happiness leaving Christian Rocco and Oliver and going directly into us because we beat them senseless. We beat them in front of all their friends and their family, and we didn't give a damn. And now you stay here and watch us celebrate our friendship.
Well, the God of Dad Bod and Marvelous totally taking advantage of the Ollie Rock Express.
One more gift? One more gift?
Apparently there's one more gift, but honestly, I've seen enough.
It's underneath the table. Oh, okay.
Another gift underneath the table.
Let's get it. Come on. You guys want to be cheering right here. Come on.
Oh, goodness. I'm sure it's another photo. Oh! It's Christian Rocco! He's back! Attacking the God of Dad Bod, squaring up now to Marvelous. And here comes Oliver! Christian Rocco going after the former light of all there is, Oliver on the God of Dad Bod. A brawl breaking out in the middle of this celebration, the Ollie Rock Express. What retribution! The Monster Factory faithful, emphatic for their former champions. The Ollie Rock Express tearing down the ring, popping these balloons. This is Total Wrestling Live. We're here in Paulsboro, New Jersey. Christian Rocco trying to fire off that rocket. He sent me a text earlier today saying that he was here for a celebration for himself. But what a way to start off Total Wrestling Live. The Ollie Rock Express spoiling the party of the God of Dad Bod and Marvelous. Of course, just one part of the fallout from back-to-school beatings. We also saw Twitch defeated by Dylan Mesh. And of course, Let Brett Waters, after defending his title, attacked by Goldie. The landscape of the MFPW has changed. That's a big leg drop on that balloon. Oh, Ollie did it. Well, still the champions of my heart and yours. The Ollie Rock Express back in full force here tonight. We're going to see Oliver later tonight take on the Italian Tank. And on our main event, we're going to see Goldie alongside his new tag team partner, Xander Alexander, take on Adam Matthews and, Brandon Hayes. A loaded night for Total Wrestling Live here in Paulsboro. Last week, we saw a battle royal to determine the last entrant in the Larry Sharp Memorial Cup tournament. That was won by Mark Raspa Jr. He eliminated last Brian Morris, my commentary partner. I got no clue where he is right now. I'm Brian Murphy. I'm all by myself. But of course, he took on Mike Z. We're going to see Mike Z in action after his confrontation with Unstable throughout that tournament. His teacher, so to speak, classy Max Sterling, getting into it with Getty Cahoon.
Putting up with this situation here. We'll be back in just a few minutes. But in the meantime, be sure to come back next week for more Total Wrestling Live. Same place, same day, same time. For free.
Well, we certainly have a lot more show to go.
In addition, come here on October 22nd for Monster Mash on Saturday. We'll be putting on some wonderful matches then. In addition, check out our 6-episode docu-series on Apple TV Plus titled Monster Factory.
Of course, there's the music for Michael Zed, Mike Z.
Our first contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Allentown, PA, weighing 170 pounds. He is the assistant guarantee, Mike Z.
As I was saying, Mike Z was enraptured against Unstable as his tag team partner, his teacher, Classy Max Sterling, faced off against Getty Cahoon. As Mike Z was in the corner of Max Sterling, we saw the return of the Queen of the Undead, the monster underneath your bed, Michelle, returning to the MFPW. Unstable and Guaranteed Class, I'm sure we still have a lot to see in their time in the ring together. But tonight, Mike Z has his sights set on E-Money Millie. And of course, Mike Z always has a thing or two to say to the Monster Factory faithful.
And his opponent.
E-Money, a recent addition to the Monster Factory roster, training for about 2 years prior to his arrival at our establishment. A great addition to our training, a great addition to our roster. And tonight, he takes on the former arena champion, tag team champion, Guarantee Mike Z. Could you imagine if he's able to topple the assistant, what that would do for his place in the rankings here in the MFPW? At the same time, I'm sure Mike Z, he doesn't want to let up. He doesn't want to... Adding some insult to injury here. Offering up a... No cash for Mike Z, who I'm sure doesn't want to let Unstable see any weakness here tonight. Mike Z charging in. E-Money able to follow up with the arm drag there, ditching the shirt, and able to hit the sling blade. E-Money full of energy, lifting up Mike Z onto his shoulders now. Able to spin him around. Aeroplane spin. Mike Z dazed, only needing a boot. Ruby O'Connor would be proud. Mike Z prone in the corner now. E-Money leading the charge for the Monster Factory faithful. Oh, Mike Z able to cause him to crash into that ring post now. Bringing him down with a back elbow cover here. Only a 1 count. And Mike Z can't believe it. The Monster Factory faithful once again backing the investment. E-Money But Mike Z, relentless, slamming down on the back. And these are the tactics that we've seen Mike Z adopt over this past year, straying further and further from the light. Once a favorite of the Monster Factory faithful, now using the ropes as a weapon against his opponent. I'm sure the influence of classy Max Sterling is to thank for this change as he lays a chop into the chest of E-Money. Setting up for a suplex in the center of the ring now. E-Money crashing down to the canvas.
Oh, they want to see you get it again, buddy. Come on.
And now taunting the Monster Factory fans, saying that they want another, but denying them a suplex. Mike Z among some of the most vocal of our roster. Willing to let anybody and everybody hear it. And get another slam on E-Money, flexing for this crowd. Oh, the Mike Z guaranteed denied once again. Now, locking up the ankle. Mike Z, the assistant, in peril, scrambling for the ropes, can't get to it. E-Money has him center of the ring. Mike Z in agony, the assistant rolls through. And now E-Money sent crashing into the corner, set up for the Olympic slam. Guarantee Mike Z sitting pretty. Going back to the well. I'm sure looking for that mic drop. Somewhere, Max Sterling smiling. E-Money crumbled in a heap. Cover, and that's for Mike Z.
Ladies and gentlemen, your official winner at a time of 3 minutes, 40 seconds, guaranteed, Mike Z.
Well, you saw Mike Z hopping up to that second rope, using his right leg, avoiding putting weight on the left. I'm sure that somewhere Unstable is taking note of what weaknesses to target. Guaranteed clash. Surely the clash with Unstable at some point. A strong showing from the investment, E-Money Millie. But tonight was Mike Z's night. Of course, as I had mentioned earlier, Mike Z had faced Mark Raspa Jr., Mr. Friday Nights here at TRL in the Larry Sharp Memorial Cup. While Mark came up short that evening, the previous night, on Friday night, he was able to win that Battle Royal to enter into that cup.
Following contest. Whoa!
That's where he's been.
Ring announcer man, get to the back.
Well, this is the man that Mark Raspa Jr. eliminated last, Brian Morris.
I'm the voice of this show, so this show stops because I have to say something very important. The main event of last week's TRL was an over-the-top rope battle royal to determine the final entrance in the Larry Sharp Memorial Cup. And you lost. It was a main event that I was supposed to win, and not only that, I was supposed to go on to the Larry Sharp tournament, run through the field, and World Renown was supposed to go home with the Larry Sharp Memorial Cup. Loser! Get it done!
Brian
But
Morris.
that didn't happen. It didn't happen because I was cheated. I was screwed. I had everything that was important to me taken away. And the man that did it was the guy that you all love to cheer for every Friday night.
Give me a break.
That man was the hometown hero, Mark Raspa.
Yeah, buddy.
The chosen idol of the Monster Factory faithful.
By the sound of it, I bet you would love for Mark Raspa to come out here right now and steal another thing from me, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I bet you'd love Mark Raspa to come out here right now and run me out of this building. You'd love that, wouldn't you?
Hell yeah.
Well, you know what they say, speak of the devil. Mark Raspa Jr. here. Wait. Are you kidding me right now? Does that say go birds?
Mark? Mark, is that you, Mark? I mean, you look totally different from last week. You must have put on like 10 or 20 pounds of muscle since last Friday. Mark, I'm going to give you a chance to prove to all these people that you don't have to cheat to beat me. So right now what I want is a referee to come to this ring and for Wonder Boy Brian Morris versus Mark Raspa to take place right here, right now.
What is that? What a farce. What a rube this guy is.
Get in here, kid.
Cameron Pierce, one of our star pupils here at the age of 13. I don't stand behind Brian Morris trying to intimidate a child, put it past him. I'm calling it as it is, but you should be right here next to me. What are you? Well, the Monster Factory faithful putting their faith behind Mark Raspa Jr. is still thinking, that he's got a chance. I don't know about that one. And here comes Nick Petite. Of course, world-renowned, incredibly bitter. Oh, wait, who's in the suit? Who's in the suit? Oh, it's Chris Desmond! Dang! A world-renowned, incredibly bitter at not taking home the Larry Sharp Memorial Cup. It looks like they're taking out their frustrations on one Mark Raspa Jr. I can't believe this. Of course, Nick Petite entered in that cup as well, coming up a little short. But tonight, we will see him in action against Jake Manley. Will he be able to turn his luck around? But earlier tonight, we saw the god of dad bod coming out here alongside Marvelous, the new MFPW Tag Team Champions, celebrating their victory, being spoiled.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Well, Oliver, Christian Rocco, causing a bad night for the God of Dad Bod and Marvelous.
From Louisville, PA, accompanied to the ring by the wild child, Mr. Rocco, Molly B, to the WG, Oliver.
Oliver gesturing around his waist, wanting those tag team titles back. Christian Rocco, I know he's been telling me the same. These two ready to take on the God of Dad Bod and Marvelous once again. But tonight, he's got a different opponent.
From Philadelphia, weighing 340 pounds, the Italian Tank.
Well, it's good that the Italian Tank is out here. I'm glad he's got a good opponent. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous that somebody else is facing the Italian. What are you doing here now?
Oh my
now,
goodness.
Now you decide to come out. What was that? What did you just do?
What a match that was.
What an absolute sham. Respectfully.
What are you talking about? I beat Mark Raspa fair and square. He could never do that.
Yeah, Mark Rat.
Focus on the match. Focus on your friend.
This is my friend Oliver going up against the Italian Tank. We have seen the reaction that the Italian Tank got last week when he made his debut on TRL.
You introduced your own friend wrong, Murphy. It's the former tag team champion, Oliver.
Factually,
Aren't you glad to have me back? The Italian Tank, almost a debt collector? Is that what he moonlights as, Murphy?
listen, it's a family business. The second generation of the Italian Tank. His dad was trained by Larry Sharp, but now it looks like Oliver is trying to teach him a thing or two. Unable to move, the big man reversed on the whip.
Oh boy.
Caught him now. Sliding through Oliver, making his way to the corner, trying to avoid the Tank as best he can. Oh! Chop across the chest.
Felt the power of the Italian Tank firsthand last week, Murphy, in that over-the-top rope battle royal. That I should have won,
I'm
but that's
sure.
neither here nor there, and Oliver's feeling the power already.
Big power slam right there. Tank going off the ropes, looking for
boy.
that splash. Pull empty. Ollie back to his feet. Christian Rocco going wild on the outside. And now, a big clothesline, but not enough. Ring of fire. Tank comes crumbling down. Cover.
Ladies and gentlemen, your official winner via pinfall at a time of 1 minute, 53 seconds, Oliver!
Disgusting. Oh, now they're dancing. Now they're disrespecting the competitor. Whoa, what the?
Oh, get a little saucy here on TRL tonight.
Saucy?
That's why they call him Oliver Passion. The Ollie Rock Express in full swing. Looking prime, despite a tag title loss.
Ugh.
What does the
Disgusting.
future hold for this team? The champions of my heart and yours.
The future of this team, I don't know. They're back to the bottom of the line as far as I'm concerned. They just lost the tag team titles.
I'm sure.
Murphy, I gotta go do some work. Why are you
What?
keeping me here? Jeez.
What are you
Ladies
leaving
and gentlemen,
again?
the following contest
Are you
is
kidding me?
scheduled for one fall.
Brian Murphy here, all alone, once again.
Introducing first, representing Down, by Chris Baker and Wonderboy Ryan Morris from Los
Well, I should have known that Nick Petite was going to have a match at Brian Morris's. Coming off a commentary once again, Chris Desmond in the ring as well. As I mentioned earlier, Nick Petite part of the Larry Sharp Memorial Cup tournament. Daniel Alexander eliminating him early on in the competition, but the focus, trying to find his focus tonight on TRL, going up against the Broad Street bully, Jake Manley.
And his opponent. From Philadelphia, weighing 215 pounds, he is the Broad Street bully, Jake Manley.
Jake Manley sporting some Flyers-inspired gear. From the 215 himself, he has found a home here in Paulsboro. He's ready to take on the focus tonight. Nick Petite. Nick Petite always giving a reason, some words to say to the camera, to the Monster Factory faithful. He wants to bring the attention back on himself. And this is a new version of Nick Petite we've seen over the past couple of weeks and months. Utilizing that core memory. But Jake Manley, he's searching for that victory too. He doesn't want to let up as we head into the lockup here. Able to take the arm into a wrist lock. Nick Petite, ever the technician, able to reverse it. Taking control of the wrist himself. Manley now rolling through. As Roto now panics a bit on the outside. Twisting up that arm, circling Jake Manley, and Jake, he was losing the hold, switches around, brings Nick Petite down to the mat. Trying to lock around the head, shoulder, arm. Looks like he's got a half Nelson as he makes it over to the ropes. Nick Petite able to break the hold, but Manley feeling a little cocky. Jake Manley utilizing that amateur background. Those lunges, a remnant of that time he spent in that training. Nick Petite imploring anybody to step into the ring with him. Jake Manley might just be too much as he locks up the leg, raining down shots. Nick Petite protecting himself, grabbing the ankle now of Petite, wrapping up the legs, and this is a technical bout for sure. Manley able to control the shoulder and elbow now, wrenching it back on Petite. Petite able to make it to the ropes once again, especially with the guidance of World Renowned on the outside. Manley hitting that arm drag now, another one. Taking it from a technical bout to a little bit more lucha libre style, monkey flip. Petite falls hard. Up on the shoulders of Manley now, the Broad Street bully wanting to put an end to the focus this night. Not quite successful. Now, flipping through. Has him in a pile driver position, but gets caught in a big back body drop. Nick Petite trying to catch his breath now. Going up for the pose. Oh my goodness. Manley collecting himself in the center of the ring. Petite going for a gator roll. Of course, ever the entertainer by heart, utilizing that actor background. He knows how to have a presence, not only a fighter, a technician, but also somebody who just loves the focus. Jake Manley in trouble, but the Monster Factory faithful summoning the spirits for him. able to work back against Petite. But Petite turning it around into a sleeper hold, now back up onto the back and hips. Manley able to back him into the corner for the break. Back elbow and a snapmare to boot. Kick to the back, to the front. Petite prone in the center of the ring, and the Broad Street Bully is feeling right at home as if this were Philadelphia itself. Suplex now, holding on, wrapping around and going down for that beatdown once again. Jake Manley is fed up. Oh, rolling thunder, but nobody was home. Nick Petite, ever spry, able to get out of the way. Petite bouncing off the ropes, but dragging Manley's throat across the middle. Chris Desmond very pleased with Petite's work. Morris saying stay on him. Petite doing exactly that. Almost a curtain call for Manley as he pushes him into enemy territory. Now distracting the ref with his shoulder. Manley on the outside faced off against Brian Morris and Chris Desmond. Big right hand from Desmond. A premier striker at that. And they're saying there's too much Can you believe this? Manley thrown through the middle rope. Legs caught up. Petite pulling him all the way in, lining him up into that corner. Manley denies him. Shots to the midsection. Here goes Petite. Oh! A shot to the head causes the release. Now prone on the apron. Oh! Utilizing the middle rope to strike Jake Manley where the sun don't shine. Now up to the top. Nick Petite never changing, going for a massive drop kick in the center of the ring. Cover, and Manley lives to fight another day. Morris emphatic on the outside as Nick Petite collects the wrist. Trying to tap out the Broad Street Bully, but Manley refusing at every turn. Going for the roll-up victory. Petite abandoning to save the match. Massive clothesline. You could hear the clap on that one. Not enough, though. You can see the pain across the face of Jake Manley, reaching out, whether it be for the ropes or just to cause the crowd to get behind him just once more. Petite applying that chin lock, cutting off the oxygen to the Broad Street Bully, but Manley able to get back up to his feet. Shouts to the midsection, knee tucked underneath the chin. Petite on the ropes, and Manley reversed. Drop toe hold. Nick Petite caught up in the second before catching a clothesline. Into a body slam position, connects. Manley, was potentially looking for that senton, couldn't quite get it. Petite able to take advantage of his confusion, wrap around into a sleeper hold, but Manley able to reverse. Big back suplex, and now senton connects. Manley saying that he's done. Collecting him back up on the shoulders. Death Valley driver. Petite over by the ropes and able to get the break. Of course, world-renowned, so quick to point out as Jake Manley, frustrated, seeing his shot at victory slip through his fingers, goes back on Petite, calling for the man down, but Petite pulling down the hair, kick to the gut, and now swinging neck breaker. Potentially looking for that core memory if he can hit it. Manley falling on his face, prone in the center, core memory. Wrapping up the arm, wrist locked across the face. Manley, will he tap? Will he get to the ropes? Will World Renowned stop the Broad Street Bully tonight? Manley is out!
Ladies and gentlemen, your official winner via submission at a time of 9 minutes, 8 seconds. It was me.
Nick Petite having an impressive showing tonight. Even with World Renowned's interference, putting on an impressive display against a tough opponent like Jake Manley. Of course, we have to recognize his efforts. Able to stand with somebody that's been so successful on our roster for so long. Jake Manley really showing what's in his arsenal tonight. But Nick Petite gets the spoils as his team rallies behind him. World Renowned has been speaking about how they've been missing a secret ingredient on the tag team element. We'll have to see if they can find it, but in terms of singles action, they seem to have it together. Of course, not our last bout tonight. Our main event still to come. Goldie and his new tag team partner, Xander Alexander, in their first tag team match together. Bobby Buffet accused Goldie of attacking him ahead of Evolution of Champions, causing Bobby to have to miss that gauntlet match that he was a part of. Xander Alexander was added to that match in his stead. After this revelation, Goldie showed his true colors at the Larry Sharp Memorial Cup tournament. The arena champion and Larry Sharp Memorial Cup holder, they left Wet Brett Waters in a heat last Saturday afternoon.
Welcome to the golden era. Thank you very much. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I had everyone played like a fiddle. I had the people in the back, I had the fans, I had the people at home believing everything I said. If I spit in your face, you would say, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?" And you know why? Shut up. Yeah, you guys are a bunch of weirdos. And you know why? Because you guys realize I am a wrestling god. You realize I run this place, and I see you guys edging. I see you guys edging on your seats. Because you think Bobby, you think Brett, you think someone's going to come out here and try to make a statement, but I can tell you for a fact, Bobby isn't here again. Who knows why? Brett certainly isn't here, and he's not going to be here for a very long time based on what Xander did to him. All right, that's enough. So tonight, being the man I am, I put together a little match. I put together a little match against our biggest, our strongest opponents, to make a point, to prove to all you idiots, you guys think you're funny, we're here to prove why this is the golden era, and I'm born better. Go ahead, let's bring them out.
Well, you are looking at the #1 contender for the MFPW Heavyweight Championship in the form of Goldie.
The team of Adam Matthews and Isaac Taylor.
Isaac Taylor and Adam Matthews, hand selected by Goldie.
The arena champion, Xander Alexander, and the Larry Shark Memorial Cup winner, Goldie.
Goldie coming out in this robe, we have seen a change in Goldie. I know it's obvious to say, but from this WWE tryout to coming out in this robe to carrying the cup, he's near unrecognizable to the man that we got to know in that Apple TV documentary. It seems that the vulnerability that he showed during that time, that there's been a overcorrection. And now Xander Alexander, this mountain of a man, is in his corner. Adam Matthews sent crashing into the canvas. Once again, these clotheslines from Xander Alexander. And the success that Xander has had over the past several months. Challenging, oh, look at that pounce. He challenged Wet Brett Waters for that MFPW Heavyweight Championship. But of course, holding that arena title, putting an end to the reign of Christian Darling. Now, putting an end to the chest of Tyler, that massive chop. I can hear Goldie saying, finish him. Tyler in peril. Massive big boot by the big man. Xander Alexander just deadlifting his opponent up into his arms. Now up on the shoulder. Xander's end.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners at a time of 1 minute, 49 seconds, the arena champion, Xander Alexander, and the 2023 Larry Shark Goldie.
Dominant is an understatement. Goldie barely having to lift a finger. Xander Alexander, his new right-hand man, destroying two men in... Oh, God. Oh, God. We can't let this happen. Up on the shoulder once again. And here's Bobby Buffet! Here's Bobby Buffet, the man that Goldie attacked, that called Goldie out on his change in spirit. But the numbers game is too much. Xander Alexander and Goldie stomping down, kicking Bobby in the ribs. But while they have each other, Bobby Buffet has the Monster Factory faithful on his side. Of course, the fate of Wet Brett Waters was a steel chair laid across his back several times at the hands of Xander Alexander. Bobby Buffet might be the next victim. Xander Alexander laying steel across the back of the W heavyweight champion of all time. Goldie laying him in position, and isn't it fitting? Xander Alexander doing his dirty work.
Hold on, bud. Come here. All right, I want to make a point here. I want to make a point real quick. If you're not with me, if you're not with Xander, you're against us. So here's your options. You can take this chair and hit Bobby with it, or you can end up just like how he is, and you're not walking out here on your 2 feet. Go ahead.
Well, it's not just enough for Goldie and Xander Alexander to lay a chair across the back of Bobby Buffet. They gotta corrupt one of our young students to do the same, to save his own hide.
Right.
Adam Matthews
He made the
refuses
choice.
to do it.
He made the choice. It's not my fault. Go ahead.
But now, Xander Alexander taking care of the Rassling rocker, laying a chair across his back. We saw it time and time again across social media. Hashtag end of an era. And we are certainly in a new era. One led by Goldie. Thank you for joining us for Total Rassling Live. Join us next Friday and every Friday. Join us for Monster Mash in